What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of games I've been playing recently. First of all, I want to apologize for the lack of videos I've had lately. I'm in my senior year of college, so I've been having to do a lot of work, and I haven't had that much time to play games. Plus, you know, I've been working and everything. So I promise as soon as I'm done with school, I will have a whole lot more videos. I plan on doing a bunch more collections that I haven't shown in the past, and some more top 10s, stuff like that. But for now, I'm going to show you what games I have been playing over the past couple months, and this includes Christmas break and everything, so it goes back a month or two, or three. First is Uncharted 3. I haven't beat this. I did get it on launch day. First of all, it's Uncharted. It's full of action and everything. I like how it goes back in the past and shows you how Sully and Drake meet. From what I played, I don't think it's as good as Uncharted 2. Like I said, I haven't beat it yet. I've only like a couple hours in, but it's fun. I still think Uncharted, their shooting is kind of wonky, but that's just me. Pinball Hall of Fame, I got this for like $15 or less than that. It's a fun pinball collection kind of a game, and you know, I didn't think a pinball game would work well on the consoles, but actually it really does. So if you can find this, pick it up. It's pretty fun. It's got a bunch of classic pinball machines on it. Let's see, Sonic Generations. I was kind of on the fence about buying this, but I kind of bought it on impulse because I was going to buy Skyrim and it wasn't there, so I just said screw it. I had a coupon and got this for like 25 bucks, and it was probably, you know, pretty much brand new. What can I say about this game? I like the classic Sonic levels. I've never really played a modern Sonic game, like even, you know, the 3D ones, even Sonic Dreamcast, but I like it, but I like the 2D levels better. And the music's really good. I think in the 3D levels, I still think it doesn't work as well as they want it to. I think the camera's a little wonky, and the controls can be a little, you know, awkward at times, but the 2D levels I like, and there's tons of fan service in here, music, characters, stuff like that, and I say it's a really good Sonic game. Seeing as how I haven't played any of the real modern Sonic games, this is pretty good. Not as good as the classic Genesis ones, of course, but still really good. Mario Kart 7. Everyone in the gaming community got this, I believe, and it's a really fun game. Online is great. I don't have the best internet in the world, but I haven't experienced like any lag on this game. I do wish the online was a little bit more user-friendly, like Xbox Live, but I don't know if you can really do that on a handheld. But like I said, if you have a 3DS, this is a must-have. Very fun game. I wish there was better character selection. Like, who needs Wiggler and the Queen Bee and crap like that? There's plenty of other Mario characters you could have in there. Super Mario 3D Land. Oh man, I love this game so much. It's my favorite 3DS game, I have to say. And here's one thing, I've finished this game 100%, and I put about 25 hours into the whole game. I 100%ed everything. I beat it with Mario, Luigi, got all the coins and everything that you can do. And I haven't played in a while, but from what I remember, this is it. This is the thing that everybody's complaining about. It's too easy. Yes, it is too easy, but I'm not saying you guys are playing it wrong, but what you need to do if you want a real challenge out of the game is collect every star coin in every level. That makes the game a lot more challenging. Trust me, because I've beaten the game 100%. As soon as you beat the game, you can play it with Luigi, and as you collect all the star coins with him, it'll get more difficult and more difficult. And when you get to the bonus stages, that's when you use all the lives you racked up. Everybody says, yeah, by the time I beat the game, I had like 100 extra lives. Well, yeah, you need those lives in the special levels, especially if you're trying to get all the coins and everything in those levels, because believe me, you will use every single life. I used every life and more to 100% the game. If you want the full experience and a good challenge, get all the star coins in every level and try to beat all the bonus levels. That's where you get the real challenge in this game, and if you do that, this game is actually quite challenging. So give it a try. Even if you don't get all star coins, this game is fun. Implements the 3D really well in the gameplay. So this is a must-have if you have 3DS. Let's see, Sonic and Sega AllStars Racing. I've been meaning to get this game for a while, and it is really close to being one of my favorite kart racers. next to Mario Kart 64. The online's great. The gameplay is fun, simple. I like the sense of speed in it. The Sega characters that are unlockable are really great in this game. And just a really, really fun game. If you can find this, you know, I'm sure you can find it for like 15 bucks. Go ahead and pick it up. Play it with some people online. It's really fun. Next is Monster Tail. I just beat this yesterday, or the day before yesterday. This is a great game. One of the last great games to come out for the DS. It implements the 2 screens instead of, you know how some games the bottom screen is like a map on your DS and the other screen is where all the action happens. This implements both screens, kind of like other games like The World Ends With You and Henry Hatsworth include both screens. This is the same. Think of it as this is a very simplistic Metroidvania type of a game. If you're not that good in Castlevania and you haven't played one before, start with this one. This is a lot simpler, but it does get harder as the game goes on. Not too hard, but that's why I said if you want a beginner Castlevania game, play this. Monster Tail is very fun. It's got a Pokemon-esque element to the game, in which you have a little monster that runs around with you and you can level him up and he fights for you and does abilities and stuff like that. Really fun game. A little easy at the beginning, but it does get a little more challenging. Like I said, if you want a simplistic Castlevania to start out with, give this one a try. Dead Island. I looked everywhere for this game and couldn't find it anywhere. Finally I found it on Amazon. I got it brand new for 25 bucks. A fun game. I started getting to the zombie thing a lot, so I wanted to pick it up. It's a fun... It kind of reminds me of Borderlands quite a bit. Except you're on an island. The characters, I don't like them at all. The story, blah. I just powered through the game. Did missions, killed zombies, upgraded weapons, rinse and repeat. Lots of fun. I actually play this game single player mostly, but I did play a little multiplayer. I just love the way you can chop the zombies' arms off or their heads off. You can aim. The combat is a little clunky. It is not perfect by any means, but it's still a really fun game. I'm sure if you have friends to play this with, it's even more fun, but I had fun just single player. Like I said, the story's nothing to write home about, but definitely a fun game. Now we have Skyrim. Oh, what can I say about this game? I put about 20 hours into it. In fantasy games like this, what I usually do is I wander around for like the first 5 hours and not do anything. I just wander around, look at the countryside. Whatever happens, happens. If I happen to come across an enemy, I'll kill him. You know, I just wander around. And that's what I did in this game. The game is just beautiful. I love the soundtrack. And the RPG elements are great. Is it the best game I've ever played? No. Is it the best RPG I've ever played? No. Is it one of the best games this year? Or 2011? Maybe. But I've come to figure out through this game that I'm not really a Western RPG guy. I'm more of a Japanese RPG guy. The game is great. I just don't see all the praise everybody's saying, how it's one of the best games ever. I really don't. I mean, it's a good game for what it is, but I'm not sold on it being a fabulous game. I'm not hooked into the characters. I mean, the voice acting is good, but I'm just not hooked into the characters or anything like that. And, you know, that's just my opinion. I think it's a good game. I haven't went back to it yet just because I haven't had the time, but it's good, but it's not one of my favorites. Sorry. And last but not least, Rayman Origins. Probably the second best platformer I've played of this generation, behind Super Mario Galaxy 2. The game is beautiful. It's all hand-drawn. Cartoony graphics are amazing. This is a must-buy. If you don't have this game and you're a fan of platformers, buy it. It is so fun. The character animations, just the bosses. I mean, the enemies get a little repetitive because there's not a whole lot of variations in it. And I did think it was going to be a little bit better when I seen the trailers of it, but the game is really, really good. It does get very challenging at the end if you try to get all the coins, the tooth things, and just the must-have game if you are a fan of just games in general. Rayman is back, and this is probably the best Rayman game I've ever played, so pick it up. I forgot one last game, and that is Journey for the PSN. I downloaded this like a week ago, and oh, it's so good. If you like Eco or El Shaddai, that style, definitely pick this game up. It's a fun adventure style game in which you just wander around. There's no story, no voice acting. It's just you wander around, and what you will find what to do as you play the game. It tells you what to do as you play, and you kind of find out. You basically, what your premise is trying to get to the top of this mountain, and you do that just by venturing along, and you'll find clues on what to do next. I love the way they implement the multiplayer into this game. I didn't even know there was multiplayer until I just randomly came across another little guy that was similar to myself, and we were just ended up traveling together, and eventually I lost him, and then I found him again. I thought it was the same guy, but it wasn't. As you find out when you beat the game, you'll find out all the people you're playing with. There's no communication whatsoever in the game, so as far as speaking goes, but what you can do is you do a little beep, and that's how you communicate with each other. So you have to basically communicate with each other by way of beeping at each other, and through that way you can basically tell each other where to go, if there's a health extension somewhere, stuff like that. And you know, you get attached to your partner as you play the game, and towards the end of the game, there's a part where the wind blows you and you're almost at the top of the mountain. I flew off the mountain, I lost my partner, and as we continue playing, I actually found him again towards the end, and we actually beat the game together. And you get kind of emotionally attached to your character and your partner, and the game is just beautiful, very atmospheric, and the story's up for interpretation, so definitely give Journey a try. That's all I've been playing, guys, recently. I know it's not a lot, but thanks for sticking with me. Let's see, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and just stay tuned for more updates on there and on Twitter, and I'll put up more videos here soon. Thanks for watching.